Hey everybody, welcome to Camping with Steve. I have to thank everybody for getting this channel to 1 million subscribers. And to celebrate that, I'm out here at a provincial park, which sounds boring, except it goes right to the US border. And I think I can sneak back there and do a little camping. And of course I have with me crazy neighbor. So that's a little bit better. I planned to film this last week, except there's a lot of bears in the area. Bears, bears, bears. So doing it on my own was not really a good thing. We've got another guy here with us that doesn't want to be in the video, and that's okay. He is our help if we need it. He's got a radio, we got bear spray, a little horn to scare them off, if that works. But with no further ado, let's go walk down to the border and see what all the fuss is about. And we're going to ditch a little gear there so that we can set up camp nice and easy. On the trail out to the border, try to keep the noise up a bit because there are bears in the area. We know for a fact. Black bears, so that's a good thing, but bears mean mom and cub. That's a bad thing. So as long as we don't scare them, we should be okay. Follow the basic rules. Hiking with more than one person, talking loudly, not walking into the wind, all those great things. And we got bear spray, etc. So let's let the adventure begin. Don't see any berries.
Well, no signs of flowers. A couple flowers. Pretty impressive chunk of rock.
Yeah. We are exactly in the transition zone of where the plains start to hit the boreal forest over there. And that's where the bears are, is over there. And they could come out onto the plains, but they don't tend to get too far into the prairies because of all the agriculture around here. Fences, people protecting livestock, etc. So we're in the danger zone right now.
On the cusp.
We're going to keep talking here because this looks like exactly where you'd scare a bear.
Here, we're coming over the forest.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, look at the sharp divide between the trees and the grass and leaves.
Yeah, oh, I see the border.
There you go. That looks like a Century 21 sign.
Just coming up to the Canada-US border, there's a little fence, and there's a gate right through it. So let's go investigate.
Oh, there's a camera.
Oh, yeah. There, a barbed wire fence. I think it's okay to go here because there's a gate and it doesn't say not to. Awesome. Okay, so I think this is what they call no man's land, where there's a little strip they cut down the border. I can see it from here. We're not quite there yet. We got the sign to stop, and there is a little border marker here. We got a sign there that pretty clearly says don't go any further. There's a camera attached to it that's making some clicking noises. And apparently they have cell service and we don't. So got a beautiful bench here. Looks like a memorial bench. I'm assuming we're allowed to sit on that because there's a trail that goes to it and there's nothing on the other side. Let's check out this bench here. Should I just camp on the bench? That's pushing it a little bit, but yeah, it's like really just over there. That's where the border is. I'm basically sitting on that cut line, and the bench kind of seems to go half and half in between. There's a lock on the clicking camera, and it says RCMP. I don't know. It may not be U.S. Customs and Border. That's the border. Let's see where we're going to camp. There's this grove of trees that goes right up over there. And we're not going to be right on the border. That's really asking for it because I don't know exactly where it is, but we're going to be close by, that's for sure. Haven't seen any bear evidence, no droppings, not even any game trails going through the woods. So over in here, I think I'm going to ditch some of this gear. In through here, just going to do a quick look around. This looks like it could be a good spot to set up a rudimentary shelter. Looks like large mammals actually bed down all the time. Great. But I think in through here, we skim off real good. Yeah. See, look at that.
Oh, look on the other side of this. I think that should have a nice little opening.
Perfect. This is the perfect spot. I can see the border sign very clearly. I can see the trails on that side, probably from U.S. Border Patrol. And we're going to see if our radio works. Testing, can you read me? I'm at the drop-off spot. Here's hoping.
Yep, coming through the butt.
Awesome. Roger. Okay, great. So we'll dump this gear here, get back to camp, kind of go over some of the gear and the plan, cook some dinner, then we'll crawl back out here. Sleeping bag. Camo. Of course, it doesn't help that what we're doing makes it look like we're going to do a run for the border in the middle of the night. But, all right. We know better than to do that. Back at the campground, and there's been bear sightings. The park operator actually came by to say there's a black bear and a brown bear. Now, brown could mean grizzly, or it could mean a brown-colored black bear. They're two completely different things. So we're going, you got bear spray.
I got bear spray in a holster.
I got bear spray in holster, so we got those. Gonna have an air horn. We actually got another one somewhere. We're bringing these 2 packs right to the international border with the rest of the stuff we need to sleep comfortably for the night. And we'll have a radio here left with local blogger, CM Calgary, who doesn't want to be on camera. He's kind of like an anonymous blogger. So with all this set up, we're pretty much ready to go. We want to cook the food here or make our food so that we don't end up stinking up the campsite like with food. Because there's bears, and if they're in the campsite, they may be out there actually probably a lot more possibly. So we're going to be as careful as possible. Little liquid courage goes a long way in grizzly country. So let's, I guess, start a fire and start throwing together some subs, because we're having subs. Got 1 million subs.
Might as well have subs.
Thanks to all you guys. So it's subs tonight. Terrified I'm going to just hit this horn and freak everybody out. So put that over there. That is so much safer, but less entertaining than Molotov cocktails. Making subs, something nice and easy. Unfortunately, this is what they call sub buns at a grocery store. Look at these things. That's like
It's pathetic.
barely a 6-inch sub. Yeah. They sell these cannons. Look at this. White bread. Oh, yeah. That's a big, long sandwich. Get a couple of those made up.
You got a first aid kit?
I should have brought that. A brand new knife, really. Just out of the package. Like that. Various meats in this thing. I think I've seen it done at Subway so many times that I could probably pull it off. Like, actually go into work and fill in for somebody at a shift. And this is like the prime time that I would expect a bear to come stampeding out of the woods. Got like a $2 off coupon on this Burns brand pepperoni. Going with Swiss. Little sub sauce. Now this stuff is basically just Italian dressing, but they call it sub sauce. There we go. Million subs calls for a sub. And crazy neighbor, would you like to come and have the first bite of the million subscriber sub?
I certainly would.
All right.
Okay, well, let's cut that puppy in half.
All right.
And I'll just wait for me. Yeah.
There's people crying right now whether they're going to cut this monster in half. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the big piece.
All right.
Oh, yum, yum, yum.
Cheers. We're making a break for the border now. It is bear hour, prime bear time, and this is like right where it was spotted. So we're feeling brave. Let's try to make as much noise as we can going through these woods. Some people up here. I don't know. Let's see. Just look at this park here for a second, because we got to walk right past them. Yeah, I don't think they're park operators, but we want to be careful. So, of course, the usual gig, we're photographers. Heading into the worst possible stretch of woods at the worst possible time of day, but fortunately, not alone. If it wasn't for the bears, this would seem a lot easier, but the combination of a double whammy of bears and border security, from both sides possibly, makes it a little riskier. We're just at the fork in the road here. The border's real close, probably another minute of walking. We're going to ditch the backpacks before we get anywhere close to that camera, because it would really make things look like we're doing something untoward. This is the freaky part. If you've seen Grizzly Man, this looks like the Grizzly Maze. So we'll try to stay loud, because that's really good until we get closer to the border. Then that's really bad.
Let's just talk about stupid things. Like, what did you think that Beastie Boys reunion, Steve?
That was actually not a bad film. All right, there's the border. Found our little trail here. And let's get tucked in here. All right, sounds good. Really good soft ground here, but definitely thermocell time. That will help keep bugs away. And hopefully bears might smell it and understand it's something unusual they should not be curious about. Really, really light setup. No tent, no hammocks. Tarp on the ground. Couple of air mattresses. Some sleeping bags. And we'll tarp in the rest as we see necessary. It doesn't look like there's any threat of rain, but if there is, we've got another tarp we can stay on. I'm not using a light right now. I just want to come out towards that border and see how obvious this little light we have on in there is. It can be seen, I'm not going to lie, but it's just a little bit here till we get it set up. I think things are going to be all right. This is the stealthy setup. There's camo netting behind us, a widowmaker over top that we can dangle a tarp off if it starts to rain, but it's not looking very likely. That's kind of why we chose a spot like this, is so that we could enclose it if it rains. We got foamies, mattresses, a ground sheet, and what's that by your left hand?
Little bit step two.
Our first official step 2 of the trip. yeah, let's dig into this here. And a big shout out to everybody who's followed along. You do the honors, please.
Cheers.
And of course, we're going to go walk over to the border.
Yeah.
What could go wrong, right? I know there are border patrols, of course. There's drones flying over, I'm sure. Thermal imaging drones, that type of thing. I'm going to see just how obvious it feels at night.
Kinder Chocolate presents kids' reactions at their first bite.
It smells good. And it has crowns on top of the tips.
Crafted for kids, loved by all. Kinder Chocolate. Try it today.
Look at how Oral-B Electric cleans 100% better than regular brushes. It's time to switch.
Looking to cheat on your bed? Find the best time to get away with flexible date search. Find your perfect somewhere at the best price. Download Hotels.com and book in the app.
Calling the dogs doesn't just happen in Sanford Stadium. It happens whenever and wherever Bulldogs come together. So we need every Bulldog to commit like never before